And hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Quantum Leadership Hacks. I'm your host, Dr. Nebila Dhieb, and today we are tackling a topic that can make a huge difference in your career. I'm talking about the kind of language we use, especially in salary negotiation phrases, the way we say them. Are extremely crucial and impactful for the kind of package or the kind of opportunity, the kind of job that you can end. So, today I selected 10 phrases to sound more confident and more professional in English, especially if the language you are using to negotiate your salary or to discuss the job or the opportunity and so on. So 10 phrases, because why, especially in the salary negotiation, those instances where we are under a lot of pressure, things come out, we may not be so thoughtful about them, and they end up impacting or being understood in a different way. So, what I'd like to do today is I would like to go through 10 phrases that can really eliminate any guesswork or any extra pressure in using the second language, which is English, when you are expressing yourself in English. Good or good? Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello. Nice to see you all. Right. Okay. So basically, here's the deal. Many professionals, especially in the GCC, they face this challenge of negotiating salary. It is said that 57%, especially of women, leave money on the table because they accept the first offer, or when they are told this is what we have, this is what the company, they end up accepting. They don't spend time negotiating. So, and most of the time, direct translation from Arabic, you know, can make your request or the way you are negotiating not only a little bit basic and not so sophisticated, but it can make your request rigid and demanding, because the way we express things in Arabic are quite different from the way we do them in English. And today I'm going to walk you through 10 phrases that can have a make it or break it impact on the deal you receive at the end of your negotiation. So, if you've ever struggled to find the right words when discussing salary, this episode is for you. So let's dive in right away. So we have ten phrases, which I'm going to tell you like how we say them in Arabic, but when you translate them exactly as they are in English, they come out as harsh, maybe rigid, and kind of unprofessional. So I'm going to walk you through these and then we can take it from there. So the first one is when they ask you, for example, how much do you want, or how much do you expect? And the question, the answer that comes out, because you have translated exactly from Arabic, you say, oh, I would like a salary of X dollar, which is exactly the Arabic أنا أحب or أبغى or أبي X salary. It's very, very direct. This is a very common mistake, being too direct, especially when stating your salary expectation. Instead of saying I want a salary of X dollars, that's a no. Say something like, based on my skills and experience, I'm targeting a salary in the range of X, to Y dollars. So, based on my experience and skills, I'm targeting a salary in the range of X to Y dollars. Why is this better? Because if you say you are targeting, it makes it sound strategic. It's like you are deciding, it makes it sound professional. And at the same time, it leaves room for discussion. Now, this approach also signals you have done your research, which is a point that is going to be counted for you. You've done your research, and you are aligning with industry standards. So that's the first one. Now, phrase number two, please write your comments if you are finding this useful. So the first one, we said, I want a salary of X. And we saw how to replace it. Now, phrase number two, and this applies even if you are in a job and you say to your boss, I need a higher salary. So this comes across as demanding. So a more effective way to frame, or it's like I'm أنا أبغى راتب أعلى. So this comes across really as demanding, especially when we translate it to English. So how are we going to replace it? So this is a more effective way where we reframe this request as I believe a salary adjustment would better reflect my contributions. I believe a salary adjustment, would better reflect my contribution. So this statement, it will emphasize your value rather than your need. You don't want to come from a place of need in salary negotiation. Never say, oh, I need the salary because I need to send my kids to international schools. Don't do that, because I guarantee you employers, um, they don't care about where you are sending your kids. Bottom line, you are doing a service and they are going to pay you for that. So this emphasize where you say I believe a salary adjustment would better reflect my contribution. So here you emphasize your value. You're coming from a place of value rather than from need, and it keeps the conversation professional, making it easier for your employer to justify an increase. You see what I mean? So here you've given your employer the justification for increasing your salary. Now, phrase number three. الراتب ضعيف, or الراتب مرة متدني, or something. So this gets reflected into, when you say it in English, that salary is too low. So rather than saying that salary is too low, say something like, is there flexibility in the budget to align with industry standards? Now, so like ask if there is flexibility in the budget of the company to align with industry standards. So first of all, never reject an offer outright when somebody, suggests a salary or suggests, never reject it like outright. So instead, you can keep the conversation open by saying, is there any flexibility in the budget to align with industry standards? Now, this approach is more a kind of win-win, collaborative and strategic. It shifts the focus from rejecting the offer to exploring possibilities. You see what I mean? So now you're not totally closing the door, but it also tells them that you've done your research and that you know about the industry standards, and you are knowledgeable about the industry standards. So make it a win-win situation and leave the door open rather than close it. So number four, if you are not accepting like a salary, لا ما أقدر، ما أستطيع يعني نقبل الراتب. So a hard no can shut down the conversation. This is pretty much related to the previous one. When you say a hard no, this can shut down the conversation. And instead of saying, I can't accept that salary, try something like, I appreciate the offer. Always express upfront all your statements with appreciating what they suggested or what they proposed. So I appreciate, the offer, but I'm expecting something more competitive, to be honest. I appreciate the offer, but I was expecting something more competitive, to be honest. You see what I mean? So this can put you in a situation where you come across professional and you come across confident at the same time. You are respectful, polite, professional, and at the same time confident. So that's number four. Now, number five. Number five. This applies even if you are on the job and you know you deserve more money. So you say, أنا أبغى, more money. So this comes across in English. If you translate it exactly, I want more money. You don't want to come across as transactional. Like transactional meaning, this is what I want and that's it. So shift your focus to your experience, to the market value of your role, and say something like, I'm looking for a package that reflects my experience and market value. So say something, I'm looking for a package that reflects my experience and my market value. So this phrase is more persuasive because it emphasizes, it puts the stress, the onus on fairness in alignment with industry standards. Again, it shows that you've done your research. And again, it shows that you are not closing the door completely. You are leaving the negotiation open. Now, phrase number six, we are down to phrase number six, where you've done the interview, you've gone up and down with 2 or 3 layers of a job interview, and now we come to the hard part, which is the salary negotiation. And they give you an offer, and this could be even by some companies, they send the offer after the interview, and not in directly in the interview. So after the interview you receive an offer and the offer is below your expectation. So instead of asking directly for a higher offer, can you give me a better offer, healthy, يعني offer أفضل من هيك أو شيء من هالقبيل. So you are be kind of long-term thinking and ask something that tells them that it's not just about money that you are looking for, it's your own growth as well. So try something like, are there opportunities for salary growth within this role? So I repeat, are there, instead of can you give me a better offer? Can you give me a better offer? You can hear the Arabic equivalent. Can you give me a better offer? You say, are there opportunities for salary growth within this role? So it tells them that your thinking is more like on the long term, rather than like being money focused. So this approach, when you say, are there any opportunities for salary growth within this role in the future? So this approach invites discussion about future raises and promotions, making you sound again strategic rather than solely or entirely or only focused on immediate compensation. Does it make sense? Can you drop me a yes if hello, Muhammad Ibrahim? Hello, hello. So that's number six. That's tactic number six. When you, Muhammad, we are talking about when we translate, and you are an expert in Arabic, when we translate phrases, when we are discussing salary with a company or something, there are certain phrases when we translate directly to English, they come across as rigid or demanding or sometimes harsh. You see what I mean? Hello, hello, Rozwana Hussein. Hello, hello. So we discussed six ways of rephrasing your salary requests or statements to come across like more long-term thinking, more professional, more confident. So we are down to number 7 now. Sometimes you are in this place in the discussion where hello, hello, Omama, Razwana, Mohammed Ibrahim. Hello, hello. We are discussing salary negotiation language. Like when we translate some phrases and sentences directly or literally to Arabic, we may come across as harsh, rigid, demanding, and sometimes we lose the opportunity. So we are down to number 7. We're down to number 7. So you've done the discussion about the package. You've done the discussion about the details of the job description and everything. And now they give you the salary and you don't like it. You like everything about the job, you like everything about the place, you like the people, you like the community, you like the culture, but you don't like the salary. So sometimes when we translate directly from Arabic, it can come across like a direct translation. أنا أقبل الوظيفة على شرط تغيير الراتب أو ترفيع الراتب. So this comes really as harsh and demanding. If you translate it to English, if the discussion is in English, it can come across like, I will accept if you increase the salary. Very harsh. But so how do we reframe it? In English, we reframe it. If we can align on the compensation, if we can make it a win-win situation, if we can align on the compensation, I'm ready to move forward with the offer. You see what I mean? So there's a huge difference between I will accept if you increase the salary and this statement where you say, if we can align on the compensation, if we can make this a win-win situation and align on the compensation, I am ready to move forward. You see what I mean? So, a strong take it or leave it, like the statement which is translated from Arabic, I will accept if you increase the offer. This is like take it or leave it. It doesn't provide room for flexibility. So a strong take it or leave it approach can seem rigid and can make you lose the offer because they'll say, ah, yeah, خلاص, يلا. So this statement, which is if we can align on the compensation, not increase the salary, if we can align on the compensation, this phrase keeps the discussion open and it shows that you are collaborating, you want to make it a win-win situation, and it shows that there is a little bit of flexibility with you while also reinforcing that you are interested in the role. You see what I mean? So, like, be super, super, super careful when you translate sentences or when the thoughts in Arabic that comes in your head and you translate them immediately to English and you say them in the salary negotiation. This can really, really, really a huge game changer. Tell me, everyone here in the audience, have you ever had a situation where your use of English has made you lose or win a salary negotiation? We are down to 7. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Was there a situation in your career where um, the use or the misuse of a certain language has made you either lose or win a salary negotiation or a job or a particular position? I would love to hear from you. Right. Okay. So we are down to 8, two more. um, so sometimes when you are in the discussion, and I've done um, recruitment and hiring for more than 14 years in Saudi, and sometimes out of lack of experience, some candidates come out right away and they ask you شو أعلى راتب ممكن تقدمه لي or something, and it comes across in English like, what's the maximum salary you can give me? Which is a no, 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 no. What's the maximum salary you can give me? They don't want to give you more. You want to ask something better, more sophisticated, and at the same time you remind them of the reasons why they should be giving you some more. So we are going to say something like, what's the maximum salary you can give me? We're going to reframe it as something like, can we explore like a salary range that reflects my experience and contributions? Can we explore a salary range that reflects my experience and contributions? So, so here, can you give me what's the maximum salary you can give me? Here, it's like you are putting the employer on the defensive. You're cornering the employer, and and instead reframe it in the way we said, which is, can we explore a salary range? So the first thing you notice is that instead of asking of um, the maximum salary range, actually you are asking, you want to get the maximum out of the situation, but you do not say it directly. So here you turn the maximum salary into a salary range. Can we explore can we explore can we explore the salary range? So don't corner them into give me the the highest salary range that you have. Ask them for what is the, can we explore the salary range? So this already gives some flexibility and latitude for the employer to breathe and not feel cornered. And the second thing, you remind them that reflects, I'm looking into something that reflects um, my experience and my contributions. So it's not like I'm asking this out of vanity or out of arrogance or out of being greedy. No, no, I'm asking for this because I know my worth in the field and I want to be fairly compensated for it. So, this rephrasing, can we explore a salary range that reflects my experience and contributions? It gives this rephrasing makes it more like professional, more polished. It gives you that edge, that oomph that you are you really deserve, rather than coming as, and then it keeps the conversation positive and constructive. You don't want to alienate the employer during the salary conversation, and you don't want to come across as salesy or as too demanding, and at the same time you're not coming across as greedy when you ask for what's your worth. Let me take those beautiful comments here, Umama. With me, it was a matter of paraphrasing and the way I approached the offer. Very good. But now it's way better. I'm delighted to hear this, my dear. How about Rozwana? Hi, Rozwana Hussein. I've experienced two professional environments where I interviewed. Um, Hold on. Where let me show Roswana's statement or contribution here. I've experienced two professional environments where I interviewed for one role but was offered something entirely different because of how I presented myself, communicated, and demonstrated my passion for the industry. Absolutely. You can see total immediate difference in the way you tackle the interview. Right. Again, Ruzwana, just to be clear, the roles that I was offered on both of these occasions were beyond what I had expected in a very good way. I love it. Congratulations, Ruzwana. Good job. Right. Okay. So let us move to 9. 9. Okay. Phrase number 9. Um, when you feel that the Dania Dagestani, I have a question. Most likely the recruiter asks about the current package, which I don't see this valuable information, rather than it is a benchmark for them to offer the new package, whereas it should be the related to the role and responsibilities and the industry level. Absolutely, Dania. Absolutely. Maybe I will do a session on this. How is it? Because this is becoming like a common practice that people ask you for your current salary so as you don't have a lot of maneuver. They are going to give you a small fraction, a small additional fraction to it, and they say no. Whereas the truth and the fairness is that the discussion and the package should be related to the job description, to the level of expertise, to the level. Because if it's going to be similar to where you are now, why add responsibilities, to be honest? So there are diplomatic ways for, turning the conversation. You may even say, and I know they can easily find your salary from Gozi, or there are ways to find the salary. It's not like a big secret. Still, the way you handle the discussion, the way you handle that question when they ask you what's your current salary and what's your current package, you feel cornered. You deserve double salary. For example, you as director, you cannot be less than 45 or 50,000 Saudi riyal. But if you are currently receiving 25, they may give you a fraction of like 5,000 riyals more. And at 33, for example, or 32,000 riyals, they are still making money on you. So you need to, really learn how to negotiate, how to turn. You may say something like, I appreciate the fact that, you are, ready to give me an offer or provide me with an offer, but I would rather discuss the package in reference or in relation to the industry standards for such a position. If you are moving from manager to director, there are industry standards for a director. You and unfortunately, I can see still directors earning 25 and accepting 25 and 28, and right. So it's your way of saying, of redirecting the discussion, that we are discussing this in relation to my talents, skills, expertise, and the job description, and the job, and the leadership I'm going to perform, rather than on my current size. You can even say, it's besides the point. I know you can find my salary from da 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 da, but I believe the discussion, should center around the position, the role, the responsibilities, uh, and my talents and contributions towards it. Right? Just circle back, and maybe this is a very good question. I may do a session. Thank you so much, yeah, Dania. Do a session on it, on how to rephrase, especially in English. In Arabic, I'm sure the Arabic comes to you, but when you are doing it in English, sometimes the language and the phrases might, fail you, especially because you are under stress and you don't find the words to really express the nuance in meaning that you want to say. Okay, so phrase number 9. If you really think that the salary is unfair, they give you an outrageously low salary. uh, the first thing I suggest is that you take a deep breath. You don't show, that you've been disappointed, or that you are unhappy or angry or upset, or what. Don't show it on your face. Placate a nice smile and stand still. So instead of saying, I don't think this salary is fair, I don't think this salary is fair. Instead, say, given my skills and industry standards, I was expecting a higher figure. To be honest, you can simply say that. You can relax, sit back, do something like this to connect the two hemispheres of your brain, so as they work together to give you the energy when you do this, and say, given my skills, and you notice a lot of politicians, high profile figures, they always do this, and that's to help the two parts of their brain connect, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, to work together to bring all the energy and the thinking and the high thinking skills to standards. So say, instead of saying, I don't think the salary is fair, say something like, given my skills and the industry standards, I was expecting a higher figure, to be honest. And stop. Just zip it and stop speaking, and don't rumble. When you say this, stop speaking and listen. Listen to what they are going to say. So this keeps the conversation market driven and factual. Don't go into, oh, I need 45,000 salaries because the rent is high in Riyadh, and la la la, and education fees are da da da. Don't get into your needs at all. Okay, stay in the market driven and in the facts, your skills, your talents, your okay. I think I'm belaboring the point. Now, number 10, the last one. Number 10, the last one. When, for example, it's been years and you haven't received anything, and your boss doesn't seem to be shaking a leg and moving a little finger to upgrade your salary. So here, so you get angry. You're talking with colleagues, and they say this is unfair. You need to talk to him, Nabila, and ask him da da da. Instead of doing that and going into والله أنا بحاجة لراتب أعلى الآن هالحين or دحين, as my beautiful Jaddawi friends say something like, take an appointment, make it super formal. When you people, one of the mistakes that people do is that they discuss their salary and promotions and so on with their bosses as a side subject, like they're discussing projects and so on and so forth. And then on the side, they ask for this about the salary. Don't do that. Make the salary discussion important by separating it from anything else. Ask for a formal appointment with your boss, and if need be, state the subject of the discussion. And I know it feels uneasy and you prefer to just mention it on the side, but that can cost you. Okay? So, how do we replace I need a salary increase immediately? Say, I'd love to discuss opportunities for salary growth in the near future. I'd love to discuss opportunities for salary growth in the near future. You see what I mean? So here we cut down on the urgency when you say immediately. Immediately, mhm, that is provoking to the boss. So urgency can sometimes hurt the negotiation. So instead of saying, I need a raise immediately, frame it more professionally into, I'd love to discuss opportunities for salary growth in the near future. Now, this shows your patience, your strategic thinking, and at the same time, it makes it easier for managers to plan for adjustments. You see what I mean? So it's like always a win-win situation. Hello, hello, Malik and Umayma, Malik Ali and Umayma, and absolutely. So here, there you have it. We have 10 phrases we've been discussing that are like literal translations from Arabic, and that can hurt your salary negotiation. Now, if you'd like the PDF for the 10, if you'd like the PDF for the 10 phrases we discussed, the original sentence and how I rephrased it to make it more professional, less demanding, more sophisticated, more polished, more, if you like, standard driven, drop hashtag PDF, or you can DM me, you can send me a private message, or you can drop here in the discussion hashtag PDF, and I will be sending you the PDF with the 10 rephrases from Arabic to English that makes your salary. And if you learn them by heart, I guarantee you it makes your salary negotiation less of a pressure and of, oh my God. And listen, nobody is coming to help you on that. You're gonna need to master this skill. And remember that you are the only one responsible for your career path and its direction. You're the only one. Nobody is coming to save you or help you. And if you expect somebody else to do the heavy lifting for you, I am sorry to say this, but nobody is coming. So much better develop these skills by yourself, learn these phrases, and now when you have these phrases learned by heart, it's easier to sit back during the interview and then focus on what the employer is saying, because you know these words, you don't have to squeeze your mind to remember them. You learn them, so you have them at the tip of your tongue, and you can bring them, according to the situation you find yourself in. So to recapitulate, so hashtag PDF if you need the PDF from me. We discussed 10 salary negotiation phrases. Here are very briefly the ten commandments, or the 10 pieces of advice that I recommend. Don't target a fixed number, target a salary range. That's number one. Always frame the salary adjustment based on your value rather than a demand. Don't base it on your needs. I need a higher salary because the rent, as I said, is increasing in Riyadh, or because the lifestyle in Riyadh is hectic, or la 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 la. So base the salary increase based on your value, not your need. Three, ask about the flexibility in budget. This is something that is a hidden thing in the salary negotiation. Companies have brackets. Most of the time they try to push you to the lowest bracket. You need to be pushing to the highest bracket, but you need to accept that there are brackets. It's not like a fixed number. No matter if they see the value in you, they'll give it to you. Okay. Four, uh, always express expectations in a competitive way. Show them that you know the industry standards and do your due diligence. You can't. I don't accept that somebody goes into a salary, into a like a job interview, and they don't know their worth. You must know your worth. If you are a director with X number of years, with expertise in this, you gonna need to know your worth. How much are you worth in the market? If you don't know that, you've already lost 50% of the discussion, my friend. Know your worth. Okay, number five, uh, as I said, emphasize market value and experience rather than just asking for money. Always never ask for money for the sake of it and expect them to remember that you have a PhD or that you have 20 years experience. No, always bring it back. Bring it back that you are asking for this because you have, based on your contributions, your experience, your expertise, your skills and everything. Right. Okay. Number six, always explore the salary growth. Salary growth within the role. You don't want to be in a position where the salary discussion is locked above your head, where you can stay 6-7 years and nothing happens. Eight, always we said ask about a salary range in a professional way. Nine, always keep to facts and market-driven discussion. Don't go into I feel, I think, or I believe. Keep your language factual, meaning the industry standards are in this range. The market value for directors in marketing are. I've done research and the industry standards indicate. Not I think a director in marketing should receive 50,000. No. Okay. So number 10, never discuss a salary with and give them ultimatum or a yes no. If you don't give me a salary increase, I will not accept the offer. That's a no, no, no. It's like you're giving them like an ultimatum or no leeway. In fact, here, always discuss things based on future salary growth rather than demanding something like immediately. Well, thank you everyone for joining the Quantum Leadership Hacks. Can you please, has this been useful to you? I mean, put in the chat if this piece, if this because this helps me better, understand the topics that are relevant and that are useful to you. So if this has been useful, like how to express professionalism in a salary discussion. So give some comments below, and thank you so much for joining the Quantum Leadership Hacks. If if you've ever had a tough salary negotiation experience, I'd love to hear your story, and I'd love to help you reframe, how you expressed it. And until next time, keep leading with confidence and strategy. Thank you, everyone. And PDF, hashtag PDF, if you want the PDF with the 10 reframed sentences. Good night.